Hey everyone, welcome to this video. In the previous video we were able to make our cube. In this video we'll be UV unwrapping it and also texturing it. See you in class. So I'm going to do Shift D, backup, so that we have our cube. What I'm going to do is this is quite easy to UV unwrap because we can just simply do the cube because it's still a cube, right? So we can do the cube unwrap. Now if we want to be a little bit more complex, we can come to select, come to select, then we come to, give me a sharp edges, or give me a second, I forgot to convert this to mesh. So this has been converted to mesh. I'm going to Control S. Then I'm going to come select, select, select by type, no. Select, I think I just came from select, right? Oh, was that in, I was most likely in edit mode. Select sharp edges. Okay, so that is not selecting. Should I increase the degrees? So maybe, yes, something like this, just something borderline to the face being selected. So another way we can quickly that's 0. Okay, so another way we can quickly do this is also come to this, then click on edge and then mark our seam, right? And then unwrap this. But this is just making it a little bit complicated. We don't really need to mark seam for objects. So what seams basically is we're telling Blender, okay, look at this edge and look at this edge and make it cut our geometry according to this edge. So you're just basically indicating where the cuts will be in our texture. So we don't really need to do this now. We're going to probably focus more on UV unwrapping in an advanced video. We're going to have an entire video dedicated to it, but for this, we're lucky enough we can just do cube projection and we can have something quite okay. So with this, we'll be using the metal material just like our reference, but what we're also going to do is we're going to select all this, we're going to select this, what do you call it, this faces. Let me see, 3, this. Okay, so it seems like we can't, so I know what we can do, just control and then just select everything like that. Or what we can do is we can select the shapes and then make them glow, so that it adds some mysterious vibe to our scene, as a sci-fi vibe into our scene. If I just come select this, and yeah, you get the gist of it. But before that, let's texture this entire cube. I'll be using a material from Polyhaven. I'll also link that in the class resource file. So I'm going to be using the blue metal plate material. I'm going to link that in the description, or rather in the class resource files. So let me just go ahead and add this. I'm going to drag this in here. It's not working, so I'm just going to create a new. I'm going to call it cube metal, and I'm going to drag this here. Then I'm going to this is my color. This is my metal texture, and then this is my normal, and then this is my roughness, right? So we're just going to plug this accordingly. For my DIFF, it's going to be called blue metal plate DIFF 4K. So that is your color. You plug that into the color channel. Also, I'm going to do Control T. I'm going to also switch this to shader editor, and I'm getting some things I'm not really sure about. UV, you can do Smart UV Unwrap. It depends on what you want, but I think for us the UV, the Q projection is what works best. Let me see, Q projection. Yeah, there are some tools also. There are also some tools out there that help with proper UV unwrapping. I'm not the best at UV unwrapping, but I can show you. I'll show you the ropes. We'll properly have a class in advance just to go over how you can use basic level of UV unwrapping and tools that can help you with that as well. So I'm just going to do my diffuse. I'm going to also, since we're going to using the texture mapping on all, what I am going to do is, this is my displacement. So we do not need our displacement map now. Don't worry yourself too much about what the displacement map is. Basically it's the normal map, but grayscale, but it's also used to actually distort geometry as opposed to the normal map that simulates or fakes distortion. So don't worry yourself about that. This is my roughness. I'm going to change this to non-color, and I'm going to plug this here, and I'm going to plug this also here, and then you can see that our metal roughness is doing its job. This is looking so beautiful from here, by the way. But yes, I'm also going to plug this. This is my normal. I'm going to take this to non-color. I'm going to shift A, search normal map, yes, and then I'm going to call this color, and then from color I'm going to put this to normal, and you'd see that absolutely beautiful. I forgot to shade this to smooth. Yeah, and that's for that. And you'd see you can increase you can see what the normal map is doing. If I just quickly cut this off, you see that it's basically it's non-existent. It's fixed depth, like it fixed actual geometry distortion. So I can increase this all the way so that it gives it a more wonderful, and this is really beautiful feel. So if we want to change the color of this, we can go ahead and do that. If we also want to increase the the roughness and the actual contrast on the roughness, we can do that as well. You can see that if I just plug this, is already changing a few things, but if I can just bump this all the way up and bump this all the way up as well, and you can have it more more contrast. That's the roughness. If you want be more reflective as well. So one more thing we're going to do is we're going to change the color. Now you might ask yourself, what color would work with this? To be honest, we can go for a more subtle color, or let me just put this here and see if I just increase the value here, we can now start messing with a color that works with this. And to be honest, we can do something that is that just blends with the scene a bit, just so we don't get too stylized. Or we can do something that is very, very different from the scene. Now it just depends on what you want to do. This is where I can say, okay, go ahead, go ahead and do what you pick a color you'd want. Creative freedom basically, but I think we should go for something that is a bit tied to the scene. so that we can be more realistic. So we can now change this color to, just say, should we leave it at that blue? I think that blue is not bad at all. I think it's not blue is not bad at all. Just increase maybe the saturation a bit. Right. Already having things that are leading our eyes to the center. But yes, this is perfect. What we can also do is we can come to global, take this a bit more high, just so that our leading lines are kind of pointing towards something. I'm just increasing the this is from now. I'm just doing composition and just making sure, doing the tightening the finishing touches. But now we basically have UV unwrapped, and we basically have created our cube texture. So we've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching and following. We've been able to put together our cube. We've been able to UV unwrap our cube, and now we've been able to texture it. You can add variations to it, like I mentioned. You can either add change the color, or you can decide to add roughness, like we did for our cup, but I won't be going into that. In the next video, we'll be covering animating the cube and getting it ready for exporting.